Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today we're going to be talking about PROG. PROG is a biotechnology company innovating in the fields of gastrointestinal health and oral biotherapeutics. Now, we did talk about this one before, and we do have two updates coming in from November 4th and November 3rd respectively. First off is PROG announcing the appointment of Jill Howie to its board of directors. So over here it says Ms. Howie was also appointed as the chairperson of the audit committee and member of the nominating and corporate government committee. As Progenity continues to execute its strategic transformation, we're adding key leadership capabilities that will allow us to continue accelerating our efforts to develop the our drug discovery and delivery systems of the future, said Eric, the interim CEO. Jill brings proven financial leaderships and extensive pharmaceuticals industry experience, which will be valuable in her role as chair of the audit committee for Progenity. It's an exciting time for PROG as there is an incredible depth and potential in research and development pipelines, said Jill Howie. I will be looking forward to working with the team to ensure the company's potential is valued. So Jill is actually the Chief Financial Officer or CFO for DTX Pharma and serves on the board of directors for Codagenics and the MUSC Foundation for Research Development. She has more than 20 years of experience in biotechnology, in operations and financial strategy, treasury, global infrastructure, and compliance management. Prior to joining DTX, Ms. Howie served as the treasurer and the vice president of the finance for Gossamer Bio, a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company, where she was the internal government lead for the company's initial public offering, follow-on debt offering, and oversaw finance for 18 subsidiaries across the US and Ireland. And she previously held controller and the director of finance roles at Amplix Pharmaceuticals, Receptos, Somaxon Pharmaceuticals. Ms. Howie received a Bachelor of Science in Accountancy from San Diego University. Another news here is the third quarter 2021 results update that will be up on November 10th, which is Wednesday, and this will be at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it will be right after the market close, and there will be a live call session that you can catch up again on 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before moving on forward, if you would like to see more contents like this, make sure to click the subscribe button and leave notifications on for this channel. Also, don't forget to drop a like if you've actually enjoyed it so far, and you can join a Discord totally free in the description below. Now, in terms of institutional buyers, we're able to see here, Advisors Group's holding declared around 17,186 shares on the 5th. On the 2nd, Victory Capital Management acquired around 14,150 shares, but on the 2nd as well, New York State Common Retirement Fund liquidated their entire position, and you're able to see it goes back and forth. There's some addition, some liquidation of positions, but nothing so major that we're able to see a mass exodus. Now on the 5th, Howie Hill-Jane was actually awarded some common stock at an exercise price of around 3.11, so, and as well as just common stock. Her total common stocks is currently sitting at 76,754, and the stock options are around 82,879, and her exercise price would be at 3.11. So it's lower where it is right now, but 3.11 would be somewhat of a new support as well. Now, on another thing is the short interests. So currently there's only around 100,000 shares available for short selling or borrowing. The current short borrow fee rate is around 66.09, so it's still considerably high. More than half of all the volume goes towards the short selling side. Currently, the short interest as a percent of float is around 17.79%, so not so massive, but still considered it. Now let's move on to Word's technical analysis. Now, from a technical analysis perspective, things are going to look a little bit mixed, so bear with me here. First, you got your 10 SMA being above the 30 MA, a very bullish thing. And there's also a trading action zone where the price point is currently at, between the 3.57 and 2.69. But currently, the 200 SMA is below the stock price, so the stock price is above the 200 SMA at 3.12, which is bullish, and above the 50 SMA, which is bullish, and the 50 SMA is currently climbing up and the 200 SMA is currently dropping down, suggesting that we might be getting a very bullish breakout sometime in the near future. Now the ADX has retracted back to around 47.10, so it retracted from 443, suggesting a bit of pullback, but is currently gaining again some momentum, suggesting another leg up. The William %R is very close to oversold. By the way, this is very similar to relative strength index, and it suggests that this one is one of the most oversold conditions or states it's been in a while. Now, in terms of the MACD, you're able to see it's gone towards the negative a little bit. The histogram has gone to the negative. It's testing in a negative reversal, and it's attempting to push the momentum a little bit downwards. We see another indicator here that shows the momentum, even though it really attempted on the 3rd of November, has bounced backwards and is at 0.8, and it really is trying to move forward on the bullish side. Now, in terms of stochastic fast and stochastic slow, both are almost horizontal in level, suggesting this might be an accumulation part, but it's not a dangerous sign in either direction. Now, in terms of Bollinger Bands and the moving average bands, now this is expected to trade around 333 for the moving average bands, at the bottom 272 in a worst case scenario on the moving average bands. Bollinger Bands are capping up around 4.29, but you're able to see they're all climbing up, and that's a very bullish sign that we're seeing. Now, this channel is the one I drew last time, and the prediction was correct that the stock price would remain in this channel, and it did see a nice bullish push. So this channel so far is accurate. The top of the channel as of today is 453. The bottom is around 3.21 and the middle is around 386. You do expect for it to propagate within this channel. If you want to take a screenshot, go ahead for this, or just write it down. Now, in terms of Fibonacci retracements, first we're going up on the 786, going all the way to the 66 cents. The current support is at 341, below there 236. Resistances are around 426, 511, and 632. Now, in terms of price line action, we're able to see a significant support sitting down at 348, below there 312, going downwards to 269, around 235, and then downwards to 202, 168, 146, 121, and 91 cents. Resistances, there's one at 369, one at 398, going upwards to 429, around 478, 516, around 537, and 592, going up to 620 and 679. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think is going to happen here? I do think it's going to continue to propagate through that channel. It will most likely continue seeing some bullish actions as well as we move forward, and that in itself would be a bit reliant on PR, and especially the PR coming in Wednesday. So you can anticipate some high volatility around the PR. I do anticipate, based on what we've seen before in the previous videos, that this ER would be really the decisive moment on whether to continue this bullish move and growth of the company. If it is in fact beating estimations, you might actually see the 360 or 396 to be a new strong support and heading into around the $5 range. What do you think is going to happen here? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.